You can do it! Good afternoon, guys. How are you doing? Today was the launch of Boulder of Dreams. But let me tell you what happened today. Well, I was running my errands, and when I came back home, I faced a glitch. One, it was a technical glitch. So unfortunately, guys, I could no longer do YouTube live because of that. And the second thing that happened, can you believe? My bedroom door was stuck. It couldn't open. So I was supposed to go in there and change, wear something for the YouTube, not live since it was having problems, but just to record something for Boulder of Dreams, like I promised. So well, what did I do? I didn't have the time to try look for a locksmith. And literally my everything is in that room. My whole wardrobe, my everything, my important documents, everything, like basically my life. So there are other rooms that are there for my kids and all that, other bedrooms for guests. I couldn't get what I wanted there. I couldn't get what I wanted so that I could do this YouTube video. But then I thought to myself, that is what happens in life. Sometimes you are stuck. It's not because you want to, but there are circumstances beyond your control. You are stuck in a rut. That is exactly what happens in Boulder of Dreams. So this is actually what happens in Boulder of Dreams. There are several characters who are stuck in a rut, not because they want to, but they've been born in situations like that. So we are actually looking at one of the main characters, who is Akwasawawo. Akwasawawo is an independent orphan. She has had to take care of herself from a young age, as young as 5 years. And you know what happens? Instead of the society feeling sorry for this orphan or offering their hand, they actually turn against her. They actually see her as an evil person. When she's about to be abused, the whole village thinks she's the one who has perpetrated it. Can you imagine? But despite her circumstances, she fought for what she believed in. She didn't let that situation that she was born into ruin her life or determine the path of her life. She made her own choices. She worked hard. She overcame a lot of obstacles. It was not easy, but she did it. Well, let me go back to myself. So, you see what I'm wearing? This is my team's dress. I hope you can see that. It's kind of like a childish dress. She's 16 years old. So I say to myself, am I going to stop shooting this video because I haven't really done my hair the way I want to? I don't have the right clothes to do it. I say to myself, no. You should not let your situation determine who you are or what you want to do in life. You should rise beyond the occasion. So I had to improvise. That's why you see I'm wearing this and I'm shooting the video. You can do it! So we go back to Boulder of Dreams. Boulder of Dreams, there is also another character. She is based in Malawi. Why Malawi? Actually, that's where my grandparents came from. I'm a daughter of two lands, Malawi and Zimbabwe. So this character, she is forced by her situation to marry an old man who is almost 40, 50 years a senior. She had to make the best out of the situation, although it was a loveless marriage. Although this old man was sick and he was a pervert. But you look at such situations in life, you might judge this young girl. Why did she do it? But at the end of the day, you don't blame her. She didn't have the guidance. She thought she was stuck in a rut, like the way I felt. What am I going to do? I can't access my room. I can't access what belongs to me. She felt like she couldn't access a better future if she didn't get married to someone, a benefactor who would take care of her. That's what happened with, what's the name of her? She's called Khadija. So there is also a sister called Aisha. The setting is in Mangochi, Malawi, that's my home village. She's also stuck. She marries a child. Aisha marries a childhood sweetheart called Khadija. So Khadija is not a responsible man. Initially, he could provide for his family. He was running a successful business, selling rice. But then he got lured by the women of Blantyre, and he was not taking care of the family. So Aisha, because she's not educated, she doesn't have a family to go back to. She's stuck with this man. She feels like she cannot escape this torment. She cannot escape this torture. You know, when she's about to give birth, she doesn't have anything. Not even a single napkin. That time they were using napkins. I know some of you don't know what napkins are. You know Pampers. Yes. So napkins, they actually are reusable, but you have to wash them. It's so difficult, especially when a child does food. So she didn't have any prep at all. Even the napkins were laughing at her. And when she has the child, the husband pretends to be so caring and he comes to the hospital with flowers. She thought in that way the husband would be happy because she would be bearing him children, and especially the boy child. But she didn't know that it was actually sending him away, because after that everything spiraled. And he left it and came for greener pastures to Harare, Zimbabwe, where he was lured by the very persuasive and seductive women of Mbare. At the end of the day, they squandered his money and he ran into a shady business deal. He lost everything. And what was his response? He was stuck in a rut. So the response to being stuck in a rut was not to work hard or go back home to Malawi, but he resorted to thievery. So he was now one of the petty thieves in Mbare Msika. If some of you know Mbare Msika, it's one of the popular marketplaces. It's actually a major marketplace, a bus terminus, a fruit market. There's a lot that happens there. So now he was a petty thief. So for today, I'm going to discuss one of the characters. That's George. George is a white boy. He's the son of a farmer. So George's situation at home is not very favorable. It starts off in the colonial era. The father is oppressive and he doesn't take care of the mother, doesn't take care of the wife. He's actually someone who is a pervert as well. So George cannot really stand up. He cannot stand up to the dad. The dad decides what goes. If the dad says the sky is purple, yes, the sky is going to be purple. Until George meets Akwasawawo. Akwasawawo is a laborer at their farm. And she actually admires Akwasawawo's fierce energy. He admires her rebelliousness. He admires her courage. So he realizes that he doesn't need to be stuck in a rut. He could actually do something and follow his passions, what he really likes. So basically, today we were discussing Boulder of Dreams, And actually, it's not something that I meant to discuss, but it's a theme that is resonating in the book. And you might actually feel the same, or you've experienced the same, but you felt like you were stuck, you couldn't do something to change your situation. No matter what you did, you turned left, right, center, nothing changed. You were stuck, but you're never stuck. There is always a way out. It might not be exactly what you want, it might not be exactly the ideal situation, but you are never stuck. There is always a way out. Boulder of Dreams is a historical fiction book which is very exciting. It's got a lot of themes which are running through it, and we're going to be discussing some of them. And you might wonder, what is the meaning of Boulder of Dreams? What is the inspiration? Why did I write about it? First of all, what is Boulder of Dreams? Boulder of Dreams is actually a boulder from the word. So a boulder, like a rock, it's a big rock, a stationary rock. In Shona we call it a ruare. So that's where the community would go, discuss their aspirations, their hopes, their dreams for the future. So that is Boulder of Dreams. And why Boulder of Dreams? It resonates with my life. If you read Boulder of Dreams, you will know part of my life, part of my childhood. Like what I said before, I'm a daughter of two lands, Malawi and Zimbabwe. So there is a lot of interconnectedness between Malawi and Zimbabwe, the struggles they faced both on the Malawian side when they migrated to Zimbabwe looking for greener pastures, and also in Zimbabwe, the colonial period, the challenges they faced, the struggles they faced. And besides all that is happening in Boulder of Dreams, at the end of the day, no one is stuck in a rut. There is always hope. You have hope. You can do it. Yes, you and you and you and you can do it. So I'm sorry we couldn't do YouTube live, but I promise in the future we're going to reschedule and do something. And we're going to continue with Boulder of Dreams. So thank you for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe. Thank you.